I would like to begin by saying every graduate in the class of 2020 makes this a truly special class, and we are so very proud of all that you have accomplished. Congratulations. Today we are celebrating the culmination of 13 years of schooling. So now here you are. You made it. You're ready to launch yourselves out into a larger world, ready to take on all the challenges that come with the next chapter of life. College, career, family, paying your own bills, adulting. But none of this has happened quickly. It's taken time, energy, and grit to get to this point in your life. You've gone through physical changes, emotional changes, and mental changes that have all helped you learn, grow, and mature from a child into a young adult. All of these changes have required you to grind it out and to be tenacious, to stand your ground, to stick it out, to hang in there, and essentially, you've had to persevere. And this is a powerful notion that I would like to remind you to hold on to as you soar into the world. Perseverance. Every graduate here in the class of 2020 has had challenges, whether big or small. You have all had challenges, and you will continue to have challenges. Certainly, we have all gone through some tough times this year, with the abrupt closing of schools this year, and the sickness and loss of family for some, and most recently, the social unrest across our country. There are certainly challenges in front of you that will define not only your lives, but the trajectory of our world. In all honesty, your lives will not become simpler after today. The challenges you have faced may have been personal, emotional, financial, or perhaps they've been academic. But in all of this, I will ask you to consider that it is not these challenges, or others that may come, that will define your future, but your focus on the choice to persevere that in fact will define your future. And while thinking about this idea of perseverance, I came upon a quote that I think illustrates this idea. And it reads, "An arrow can only be shot by pulling it backward. So when life is pulling you back with difficulties, it only means that it's going to launch you into something great. So just focus and keep aiming. In short, you need to be ready to launch." So what does that quote mean for you? When I think about what this metaphor means for all of you, you are the arrow. The bow and the string are the difficulties and challenges of life. But what is left in this metaphor is the archer. And what does the archer do? The archer aims. The archer represents the choices that you make with your friends and your family, with jobs and education, and all that life will present you with. These choices will help you aim. These choices will not happen all at once, but gradually and slowly over time, and will require you to persevere. So, to the class of 2020, you share this moment in time with proud family members, friends, and fellow classmates, celebrating the achievements of not only these last 4 years, but of all that you have learned and accomplished since you began your formal education. You've succeeded in meeting all the requirements of the Michigan Merit Curriculum and the South Redford Board of Education. In addition, each of you has been provided with so many additional opportunities to extend your learning beyond the classroom. Many of the members of this graduating class honed their reasoning and analytical skills through rigorous studies in the advanced placement courses. We also have students who have excelled in FIRST Robotics and through Work-Based Learning and Career Technical Center and at Roush Industries. In this senior class, there are many students who are members of the incredible THS Band who were invited to play at Carnegie Hall this year. There are also many seniors who have participated in performance-based activities such as the Drama Club, the Board Game Club, our chorus, Ascend, bass, crew. I could go on with many other social, arts, and sports programs that are offered here at Thurston High School. And so importantly, many of you have served as link leaders, helping your fellow students learn the ways of high school and better connecting our underclassmen so that they become productive members of our school community. Ladies and gentlemen, it is today that we stand here before you to salute the class of 2020 for your commitment to excellence and to celebrate your accomplishments as each of you has met the challenge of the high expectations that we have held for you. We thank the class of 2020 for leaving Thurston and our community better than we were before you arrived. Congratulations. It is my wish for you that you be the soaring arrow, and may you always hit your target.
Class of 2020. Well, here we are, our graduation. Something that took forever to come, even though we probably already stated we graduated as soon as school ended. When I first wrote this speech, it was about how we should all be proud of getting through high school, mostly in one piece. And the second time I wrote this speech, it was about the pandemic we all sadly just encountered, taking the lives of many we loved. This is my third speech, and it isn't about me talking about my past speeches, but it's about us, individually and together. This journey has been a roller coaster for all of us, but it definitely changed us. Today I stand here and see our class more unified than it's ever been, especially since those varsity football nights, those loud basketball games, the Eco Pep rallies, or even our first and last freshman orientation. Those are the times I remember with our class, and hopefully you all have your own special little high school memories, the good ones at least. Not only have we survived high school, but we survived being teenagers. Now, high school, like most adults may say, are the same. But being a teenage girl or boy is different for all of us. Everyone had a different role in our individual lives, and we played our part as we saw fit. We are now adults, and to the parents who can't let their babies go, semi-adults. Today is the day we all made it past our prologue, the story before the story. We're all moving on to our first chapter in life. You all may know this by now, but we're probably going to be the most remembered class. Not only because of the pandemic, but because how smart, athletic, creative, and strong we are. The way we tell our stories is on us. The way we capture ourselves is how we capture our stories. If you're going to end our prologue the right way, we're going to end it with strength. Strength to push forward no matter what obstacles we may face. So name your story and choose your paths wisely. Class of 2020, when the night ends, will be a step closer to starting our lives the way we want, the way we may need. So of course, I'm gonna say congratulations to all of us. And we're probably gonna be on cloud 9 for the day, maybe tomorrow, or the whole weekend. But everyone, please trust me when I say this class is gonna go and do great things with their lives. And there's only more to come from here. Therefore, I'm honored to say I can't wait to see the smile on your faces as I completely say, we're out of high school.
Greetings, fellow Eagles, and congratulations to the graduating class of 2020. Not exactly what we thought graduation day was going to look like. Oh, by the way, in this new age we're living in, dealing with the coronavirus and teleconferencing and Zoom conferences, I just want you all to know, just because you're only seeing me from the waist up, I am actually wearing pants today. First time since the middle of March. You know, when I was first invited to address this year's graduate, I was thrilled at the prospect of returning to the scene of my very own graduation in this very place, almost exactly 50 years ago to the day. In fact, as I look out on this courtyard, I can even remember the exact spot where I was sitting. It was right over there, stage right, about 4 rows back. This is very surreal for me. I'm really almost kind of breathless at the prospect of being back here more than a half century after I received my diploma on this very stage. This is truly one of the great traditions of Liam Thurston High School. While other school systems have chosen more contemporary locations to hold their commencements, we have held this ceremony here in Graduation Courtyard every year since the school's inception in 1956. I was looking forward to meeting all of you and to share that once-in-a-lifetime moment of exuberance walking across this hallowed stage to personally congratulate each and every one of you for a job well done. Just as you were looking forward to prom, finals, senior skip day, spring sports, and receiving your well-earned diploma right here on this very spot. Unfortunately, life had other plans for all of us today, which brings me to one of the 2 themes in my message for you tonight. Improvise, adapt, overcome. I never had the privilege of serving in the military, but I've always had a deep and abiding respect for the tenacity and the get the job done determination of their service. Those three words, improvise, adapt, overcome, are basic principles of the United States Marine Corps. And those basic principles have served me well for my entire life. Life has a way of always throwing us little curveballs. This global pandemic is just the latest example of how our world can be turned upside down in a moment's notice. Our best laid plans and expectations dashed unexpectedly. So what do we do now? Do we throw up our hands in frustration? Do we become too paralyzed in confusion to move on? No. We improvise, adapt, and overcome the obstacles that block our way forward. Circumstances have dictated that all of the grand plans for the end of the 2020 school year had to be scrapped and reimagined almost overnight. Your teachers, your staff, and administrators had to improvise, adapt, and overcome to create a special memory for you of your high school graduation, and I say kudos to every one of them for a job well done. I've seen a lot of changes in the 50 years since I left Thurston High School. In my profession, for example, the technological advances alone are mind-bending. When I began my career in radio, the year after I graduated from Thurston High School, the entire back wall of my studio, from side to side and from floor to ceiling, was filled with thousands of vinyl records stuffed into cardboard sleeves. We put them on turntables that spun around, needles made of diamonds broadcast the vibrations and the grooves of the records over the airwaves. That's how it worked. Today, I could fill that entire library on a 2.5-inch thumb drive, and there's no longer turntables. We have computers and files. That's how the business has changed over the 50 years. I had to adapt in order to advance my career. Challenges and the ever-changing methods and practices that I had to learn, interpret, and overcome in order to move forward. Plus, as my business is highly competitive, I also had to improvise my own creative interpretation of the circumstances of each moment in order to stand out amongst a crowded field of talented professionals. Improvise, adapt, overcome. Beyond my career, I've seen absolutely stunning changes and advances in the rest of the world around me. As a product of the 60s, I witnessed the growth of television from a small black and white 15-inch screen that was the centerpiece of our living room right across I-96 on Norborn Road. We only had 3 channels of content. And then I've witnessed the introduction of color images, cable and satellite television that now provide thousands of options for news, for entertainment, and for education. I've seen the development of the internet and social platforms that connect almost everybody in the world 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I watched a man land on the moon, advances in medicine like cures for polio, artificial hearts, and ways forward in the fight against diseases like cancer. When I was a kid growing up, the only phone we had was in the kitchen. It was attached to a wall and had a cord on it. Today, we have these devices, which are not only our phones, but they're devices that can connect us to every piece of information and history the world has ever known. And it's what, 5 inches by 3 inches? It's absolutely stunning and amazing. And I mention all of this not to be nostalgic, but to look forward with eager anticipation for what is going to come next. I envy you guys for being able to see what the next 50 years will bring. I have a 14-year-old son. His name is Davis. And we often marvel at today's technology, from big screen TVs to virtual reality headsets to SpaceX, our mission to Mars. And we fantasize what the world is going to experience over the next 50 years. And I look forward to at least experiencing a little some of it with you in the coming years. And that brings me to the second theme for tonight. Look forward. Don't look back. While Liam Thurston and this community have helped you build a solid foundation for success, now it's up to you to move ahead and build the rest of your house, floor by floor, room by room. Bruce Springsteen wrote a very popular song back in 1984 called Glory Days. It tells the story of a high school athlete. He was a brilliant pitcher on the high school baseball team. When the author ran into him several years later, that's all the guy could talk about, his glory days in high school. Now, to me, that's a sad story of somebody who has chosen not to embrace the future, but to spend his life reliving the past. I was fortunate by sheer luck of the draw to be a part of the class of 1970. Our claim to fame was our undefeated football team, which I was proud to be a member of. As a matter of fact, more than a dozen members of that team went on to play college football all around the country. At the beginning of the season, we weren't really sure what we were capable of. Each week another challenge, each week another victory. The most valuable lesson I learned from those days came from our coaching staff. After each game, they would congratulate us, give us a pat on the back. Take a day, they said, and savor your victory before we start kicking your ass again to get ready for the next challenge. It was in those moments that I realized they were teaching us more about life than just football. Embrace your successes, like your achievement here tonight. Enjoy the moment, then begin preparing for what's next. It doesn't matter what direction your life takes, whether it's continued education, maybe joining the workforce, perhaps serving our country in the military. Each will provide an opportunity to succeed. Enjoy each victory for a moment, then look forward again and build more rooms on your house whose foundation you've just completed here. Remember these days at Thurston fondly and appreciate the tools they've given you to improve the quality of your life. But always continue to grow, continue to learn, continue to look forward, not backwards. Remember, improvise, adapt, overcome. In many ways, we've made a lot of progress in the last 50 years. In many other ways, we still have a long way to go. And now, we pass the baton on to you, the class of 2020. Go forward and make the world a better place. Respect others as you wish to be respected, and love others as you wish to be loved, because at the end of the day, we're all the same, and we are all in this together. You have my heartfelt congratulations and best wishes for a bright future. Congratulations, and go Eagles!
I remember when we were in elementary school, we had little index cards with our usernames on them to log into the computers when we would go down to the lab. The usernames were always some variation of our first and last names with the numbers 20 at the end. I wanted to know what the numbers stood for, because why would everybody in our class have the same one? I don't remember who I asked, but some adult in the building finally told me that it stood for the year that we would be graduating, 2020. Given that it was only 2009, that was kind of shocking. It felt like such a long time away. It felt like 2020 would never get here. Sitting in that computer lab, I never realized how quickly it would arrive, let alone everything that would happen before that. Our class has gone through so many major events, it's hard to count them all. When we were leaving kindergarten, the Great Recession hit, and lots of our lives changed as our parents lost their jobs. When we were in 5th grade, the Sandy Hook shooting happened. From that moment on, the way that we looked at school changed. In 8th grade, we witnessed the historic presidential campaign of 2016. Now in 2020, we're experiencing a variety of events that could be labeled as history in the making. We've got a global pandemic, an economic recession, and a social justice movement filling the streets daily. None of us expected for our senior year to end like this. But if we look back at everything we've lived through so far, it seems sort of fitting that it would end like this. Not only have we gone through some horrible events faced by our country, but the class of 2020 has witnessed some of the greatest changes to ever be advanced. We witnessed the first Black man to ever be sworn in as president, and for most of us through elementary and middle school, it was all we ever knew. We saw the Supreme Court expand LGBT rights by legalizing same-sex marriage in 2015. We saw the Me Too movement give survivors of abuse a platform to seek justice and hold their abusers accountable. We've been the generation to witness change. Now, as we exit high school into a world of so many unknowns, we can be a part of the change, and lots of us already are. Many of us have used our voices already to fight for change. I'm confident that the experiences that we've been through, despite being unconventional, will push the class of 2020 to greatness. As we leave behind Thurston, I want to take the chance to say thank you on behalf of all of my class to all of the amazing staff who have allowed us to get where we are today, as well as adapt to the crazy circumstances this year. Mrs. Clayton, for instance, is known to be extremely supportive of all of her students in whatever they decide to produce for media and video productions. Mr. Madigan has an open door policy and welcomes all sorts of different people into his classroom whenever they choose. Ms. Garish even cooks breakfast for her senior advisory every once in a while. Countless other staff members have gone above and beyond to show their love and support for our class, especially during the pandemic and school closures. We could not have made it to this point without them. Some of us are going to college, some of us to jobs, and others to training programs. But no matter what, we will all be facing new experiences. We won't be walking through these halls and seeing our friends or favorite teachers. We won't have lunch in the cafeteria or wait in line for the vending machines. All of those last times passed us by without even knowing. Our lives have already changed drastically in the past few months, but now they will change permanently. We're done with our high school journey and on to the next. With the state of the world changing and fluctuating so quickly within these last few months, we don't know exactly what the future will look like. The only thing that we do know is the class of 2020 will continue to persevere and do amazing things just as we have for the last 13 years. We will be the ones to continue to make a change and make a difference in the world. Thank you.
Congratulations, class of 2020. You made it. My name is Steve Baker, and I have been on the South Redford School Board for some 10 years now. I also serve as the secretary of that board, and I'm honored to represent my colleagues in congratulating you today. But if the truth be told, my true claim to fame is that I've had 3 children who've gone from kindergarten through 12th grade and graduated from this very institution, and I am a proud father of 3 Thurston High School graduates. Each one found a supportive and encouraging school community that yielded wonderful results during their formative years. I hope that that experience has been yours as well. As we approach this academic year, I anticipated that your graduation year would be special, if nothing else, just because it was 2020. This past week, one of my high school classmates reminded me that it was exactly 40 years ago this week that I graduated from high school. I know that many of you have not been doing a lot of your math homework, so I'll do the math homework for you. Yes, I'm 58 years old. 2020 is your year. We know that it's been difficult this past semester, and the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic has in many ways been linked to your graduation year. We know that you have missed many of the events and celebrations that normally mark this momentous occasion. I wish we and the board and the administrators could be up here on this platform cheering you on, acknowledging your families, all the hard work that you've put into this. We commend you for that hard work. But I must say, you've taken this whole senior skip day to a whole new level. But seriously, we're proud of you, and even though this final semester is very different for all of us, you are bigger than this pandemic. You have promising futures in whatever avenues that you pursue. Take it from this guy who's been around the block a time or two, that you have the potential to be great, each of you in your own unique way, but with humility and dignity. We have done our best to educate you and to support you along the way. Please take the time to thank those who have been instrumental in your life, not only your family and your friends, but also your school community. Maybe it's somebody else who's mentored you along the way. Thank them. We believe in you. It is time to spread your wings and soar like eagles. Class of 2020, go make a difference in the world. We need you. We need all of you. Go Eagles.
And now is the time we've all waited for. Ladies and gentlemen, Superintendent Galdes, members of the Board of Education, having met the requirements established by the State of Michigan and the South Redford School Board, it is our pleasure to present the graduating class of 2020 with their Thurston High School diplomas. Devin Reese Rowe. Kenny Con Wen. Alani Shantae Johnson. Grace Hannah Borowick. Joseph Brian Tzeski. Deep Patel. Brianna Gail Sturbins. Brianna Michelle Arnold. Julia Michelle Miller. Amber Nicole Bogans. Shannon Marie Conley. Christopher Robert Barry Plummer. Aaliyah Renee Bunton. Holly Marie Mogilski. Caden Sky Cervantes. Isabella Giovanna Tirina. Jalen Ahmad Miller. Jason Tyler Lepak.
Alexander Michael Allard. Derek Eldevon Campbell Jr. Julian Marcellus Cook. Richard Kamari John Calvin Dillard. Ivory Benet Hart. Nicholas Jarze Held. Joshua William Hightower. Deonjay Lavelle Housey. Albany Signora O'Neill Jackson. Tabitha Diane Peoples. Tyler Nathaniel Robinson. Kennedy Alon Alma Thomas.
Callie Rain Cervantes. Ricky Rashard Davis. Jaheim Anthony Dennis. Makai Levon Dunnigan. Danielle Faith Ewing. Talia Letice Gibbs. Nathan Lawrence Hewitt, Jr. Taylor Ariel Hodge. Amani Ashay Knight Cook. Colin Edward Price. Leland Lamar Valentine, Jr. Amaya Walden. Jocelyn Jade Golston. John Robert Brown. Sydney Faye Colding. William Lee Davis, the third. Nairi Grant. Ramir Javion Hawkins. Drayon Matthew Jones Jackson. Destiny Alexis Kelly.
Congratulations, Thurston. You did a great job. Don't forget to turn your tassel. We did it!
Jaya Lynham. Justin Xavier McCullough. David Allen Miles. Xavier Maximus Stockman. Preston Marshall Wheeler. Adrian Tyron Cannon Temple.
Raven May Arnold. Naya Michelle Bracy. Destiny Brianna Dunham. Jordan Michelle Fields. Tashyla Artrice Green. Charisma Danae Morgan. Lakyla Leanne Mullins.
All right,
Jameer Tyree Robinson. Isaiah Micah Turner.
Turn your tassel.
Joshua Remington Williams.
All right, Josh. Congratulations. Make sure you turn your tassel.
Kevin Dwayne Wright Jr.
Here, Kevin. Make sure you turn your tassel.
Terrence Leroyce Gilreath.
All right, Terrence. Congratulations. Turn that tassel. There you go. Congratulations.
Brianna Renam Allen. James Christopher Beck.
All right, James. Congratulations.
Turn your tassel.
Demarian Yanis Crimes.
All right, Demarion.
Solomon Muhammad Diaby. India Rain Draw.
All right, India.
Get your tassel. Get your tassel. There you go.
Jeremiah Anthony Grew.
All right, Jeremiah. Congratulations.
Yay! Get your tassel. Turn it.
DeKayla Brandy Holcomb.
Turn your tassel.
Christian D'Angelo Hewley.
Turn your tassel.
Mila Azaria Joseph.
Turn your tassel.
Naya Amari Lynn.
Turn your tassel. Turn your tassel.
Jayanti Arel Levian Morris.
Turn your tassel.
Valerie Tuwila Deanne Farr. Kaya Simone Smart.
Turn your tassel. Turn your tassel.
Cody Amir Townsend.
Turn your tassel. Turn it, yep.
Shayla Elizabeth Quates.
Lonnie Ahmad Collier. Rolando Marcel Kennedy. Javier Marquez Limon. Tamia Kawana Perkins. Javen Jackson. Ayana Nicole Allen. Ryan Bacon. Nydia Elizabeth Elaine Brewer. Christopher Knauts. Tatiana Monet Clark. Terrence Gilly. Kayla Renee Jones. Keith Antoine Lovelady. Ronald David Norman. Ryan Trey Poe. Hayden Nicholas Stevenson. Elizabeth Riley Varner. Yes. Javon Verdon. Davion Cortez Wyndham.
There we go. Congratulations.
Camille Annette Williams. Go to him.
There you go. Go ahead and turn it.
Now your tassel. Yeah.
Caitlin Rose Abruscato. Joya Lene Bailey. Nymir Joseph Dew. Cassidy Ray Halstead. Nice job, Cassidy. Mahalia Evelina Shara Hill. Nice job, Mahalia.
Right there, right there.
Nice job. Brooke Noel Holtz. Hannah Marie Holtz. Evan Hiram Hubbard. Nice job. Deja Ann Jackson. Raymond Solomon Jackson. Desjuan Montez Kuhn. Congrats, Desjuan. Owen David Levangie. Destiny LaShawn Lucy. Kevin James Ramo. Brandon Jovan Talley. Good job, Brandon. Got the tassel mask on. Hey. Jordan Lindsay Turner. Kayla Elise Folks. Devin James Wardwell.
Daniel Bennett. Alexandria Anaya Monique Chapman Isidore. Kali Fernandez Freeman. Jonathan Fry. Deidreana Renee Harlan. Mercedes Ajane Harlan. Asia Marie Herring. Amarion Hudson. Brianna Ashley Jackson. Mr. Jamal Potts. Nick Priest. Emmanuel Taylor. Corey Sean Thompson. Naya Jade Williams. Derek Yancey. Heavenly Christine Yarber. Heaven Gabrielle Anthony.
Adrian Nicholas Boyer. Kelsey Sierra Chisholm. Skylar Crystal Ellington. Divine Keisha Lake. Jada Grace Lovett. Maya Madeline McTaggart. Marvis LaQuay McWright. Shalon Martrice Mobley. Jaden Najera. Mackenzie May Richards. Maya Gabrielle Walker. Taylor Tanae Brooks.
Ian Michael Dolinsky. Bianca Marquise Freeman. Michael Joshua Hairston. Hector Ismata. Jasmine Lene Malcolm. Jasmine Janae Pitts. Dwayne Deshawn Truss. Alexis Brianna Watkins. Jamon Edward Wyndham. Shakira Tierra Amanda Morrow.
Jordan Michael Buxton. Morgan Simone Counts. Yay, Morgan! I love your hat. Michaela Anne Marie Daniel. Go, Kayla! Kamari Sharif Cartier Davis. Go, Kamari. Maurice Joseph Mamo. Jordan Victoria McCullough. Marlon Darnell Morel. Gabriel Oakes. Hi, Devin Lawrence Turk. Amira Lynn Wesley Porter.
Jalen Xavier Bright. Lenice Capri Daniels. Cedarius A. Evans. Destiny Cheyenne Fontana. Juan Daniel Hernandez. Alexis Renee Heron. There you go. Devin Ann Hinkle. Ivana Leanne Lewis. Tariana Renacia Marie Furr. Jabez Washington McLemore.
Move your tassel over. There you go. There you go.
There you go. Now go back the other way. There we go. Now it's moving. All right.
Lily Sophia Monty. Troy Tyree Randall. Eason Omari Andreas Seawright. Khalees Ray Williams.
Turn your tassel. There you go.
All right.
You can get it. There. Oh. Okay, now you can do it. There you go.
All right.
Brascala Albucator. Kamari Dewan Autry.
Good job. And they say, yeah, well done. Yeah.
Christian Xavier Barnes Jones. Jamar Aaron Brown. David Cox Jr. Shelby Jolynn DeMeyer. Jane Michael Dillon. Sean Ryan Gardner. DeMarco Lavera Gregory. Jonte Mayana Irving. Emma Rose Kasparek. Salamalika Joy Kamutamba. Taya Dejaneir Myrick. Kendall Raymond Leon Tuberville.
Dominic Robert Darty Engel. Willie Joe DeBerry, the third. Lucas Major Doran. Tanae Rochelle Dunlap. Kathleen Lynn Forbing. Naye, Nikki, and Glenn. Chandra Nicole Jones. Christian Jamel Jamerson. Lori Heaventh Bell. Jalen Alex Troy Miller. Jayana Sharnice Moore. Kennedy Nicole Jackson. Selena Marie Nelson. Keon Deshaun Price. Abdul Rasul Scott. Kayla Tamara Love. Aviana Marie Shepherd. Raymond Terry Thomas Jr. Kamari Lamar Trailer. India Marie Woods. Natasha Faith Woodward. Tarakam Rashad Pruitt Pringle. Aaliyah Monet Pete.
Congratulations, Treasure. Awesome job. Treasure. Turn your head. Yep. Oh, I think it's. No, it's just down. You got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor and privilege to present to you the newest alumni class of Thurston High School, the class of 2020.